Hello and welcome to Weekly Weird News, brought to you by Cutting Up the Ball in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben. As always, I'm hanging out with Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
And Pete.
Hey.
You're starting to smell. I don't want to say nothing, Pete, but you know, we've all noticed. No, honestly, he has gone home. He does have a home to go. He's not really stealing on the sofa.
Oh, this one made me feel funny.
And I found this, and Mike found this. The premise of the show really is that we are going to go through.
Sorry, I just read it.
we're going to go through some stuff we found on the net this week that's a bit weird, a bit macabre, a bit strange. It's weird. It's weird news, you know. You know, that's what we do. It's weird news. It's topical, people. Topical. And an enemy of the show and my own personal nemesis. I'm going to upgrade him to Nemesis because he's being vocal recently. Yuri Geller warns NASA to prepare for an alien invasion after a baffling discovery. And I had heard about this discovery. It is a legitimate thing.
Something spinning in the
It's something that's emitting light flashes at irregular patterns that we can't explain. And they think it's a star, but we don't know why it's doing these. They'll get onto it in the article, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But it's legitimate that we found this thing. And he's now coming out and saying that it's aliens and they're going to invade us.
Legendary spoonbender.
Legendary spoonbender, even though that's a very simple trick to do if you want. And I'll do some research of that and I'll tell you how to do it the next time Yuri Geller fucking comes on.
If you didn't know that he did it with his mind, you'd think legendary spoonbender. That's a bit of a shit trick, innit?
Yeah.
Bending spoon. With his hands.
Yeah. That's how he does it anyway.
Yeah.
It is literally.
He rubs it and heats it.
Yeah, you rub it and you heat
metal.
it. Yeah. And he got famous off that. He got rich off that.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
He's now a legendary spoonbender.
He's now a legendary spoonbender. And he's warned NASA to prepare for an imminent alien invasion. The illusionist, let's not call him that, let's call him a fraud. The fraud has raised the prospect of a mass landing after scientists found a huge energy source 4,000 light years away. Not really that far in space terms.
Nope.
When you think Zeta Reticuli, where the Greys are supposed to live, is what, 40,000 light years away? 400 light years away?
How many light years is the moon away?
None, it's 300,000 kilometres.
I'm trying. How many of that would be a light year?
In current technology, I don't think we'd make a light year before everyone died on board, would we?
I'm trying to
The speed of light's 286,000 miles a second, and we can travel. Oh, fuck knows how fast in space. In all fairness, I've no idea. It's the inertia you've got in it. You fire boosters.
Yeah.
It is impressive.
I know that to get out of the Earth's atmosphere, you've got to do 17,500 miles an hour.
I do know that it's tens of thousands of miles an hour they travel at.
To get out of the atmosphere, you've got to do 17,500 miles an hour, roughly. I know that much. That's a fact. Mm. Interestingly, by the time the shuttle's tail clears the launch pad, it's doing 200 miles an hour.
I think to go 1 light year would take 40,000 years with traditional chemical propellants.
You might be about in the ballpark there, to be honest.
So what I'm trying to fathom is, right, 4,000 light years away.
Yeah.
Is that going to bother any of us or our children?
Well, no, it's 4,000 times 40,000.
It depends what technology they've got.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But even if they're travelling at the speed of light, how long does it take them to travel 4,000 light years?
Yeah, if they got the speed of light,
we don't have to worry too much.
No. If they're an intelligent civilization, they've got technology that will allow them to travel faster than light.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Wormholes as well, remember?
Yeah.
Travelling through the warp. I don't know. Warp speed. Anyway, Yuri says, this is a quote, this is all quoting Yuri, "No doubt in my mind that this is connected to alien intelligence way, way superior than ours. Start deciphering their messages. They are preparing us for a mass landing spoon. Hashtag NASA.
No, they're preparing us for a mass landing soon.
You said mass landing soon.
You said spoon, didn't it? Got spoons on the mind.
I'm bending spoons as we speak.
I'm just picturing like this giant big spoon just landing down with like some little aliens on it going, hello!
I kind of want.
Can I borrow some milk for my cereal? I don't know why they'd be from like West Country. Hello there.
Who's to say?
I want some milk for
You know
my
why,
cereal.
don't you? You know why? The Archers has been beamed out into space for the last fucking 60 years.
That's all they've
That's all they've listened to. They love it. That's why they've come to Earth.
They think that's what life's like.
Yes. Scientists said they've never seen anything like this spooky new phenomena before, and they believe it could be a neutron star or white dwarf, which are collapsed cores of stars, with an ultra-powerful magnetic field known as a magnetar.
Cool name.
It's like calling my penis the magnetar. Wow. Better than the swan's neck.
So if that's what it is, no worries then. It's far enough away not to bother us.
Yeah.
Oh, no worries if it is a collapsed star, we're fine. If it's aliens sending us a signal that they're coming to invade us, it's time
Not
to
so
fucking
far.
use drone drones.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
time.
Why would they send us a signal telling us?
Because they're
they're gonna invade?
sporting fellows, mate.
It'd have to be, wouldn't they?
We're coming for you.
On guard!
Is that like the time when the US dropped them leaflets to the Taliban to tell them that we're invading and to get out of there?
No, they dropped them to say that we're going to bomb that area
Yeah,
in a couple of days, so you may not want to be here. That's what they dropped them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. That's legit. That is legit. That's a fact right there.
Yep.
But Yuri Geller thinks aliens are going to invade.
He said that last year, didn't he?
No, did he? I don't know. We're still waiting for him to find the Ark of the Covenant. I think that Yuri's like just begging for attention.
He's 75.
He needs to fuck off.
I think maybe he might be losing his marbles a little bit.
Do you think? Do you not think he started losing his marbles when he started claiming he could bend spoons with the power of his mind on telly when he was doing a simple conjuring trick? Do you think he was always mad? I mean, he served in the Israeli military. Maybe he's got some kind of weird PTSD.
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyway, he needs to fuck off and go home. Fucking twat. Thinks he's a CIA's fucking remote viewer as well. Said he'd been reactivated in the 90s. So no, Yuri, you weren't.
Go home or go to a home.
You just weren't, Yuri. I'm sorry.
Okay, moving on then. Woman claims she is sick after carrying hissing monkey that escaped truck in Pennsylvania crash.
Yeah, isn't this
Unpick that one?
The film Out for Me?
Yeah.
What did she do with it?
It's Outbreak.
Yeah.
The Dustin Hoffman vehicle.
Yeah.
Great movie. Actually, I like
It's a
Outbreak.
good movie.
It is.
Oh, this is depressing. After a truckload of 100 lab monkeys crashed in Pennsylvania, a woman stopped her car to help. One of the monkeys did not appreciate her goodwill and hissed in her face. Now she's sick.
I know. It's terrible, isn't it?
Michelle Fallon was driving in the truck's wake when it crashed, dumping animal crates across the highway. Some of these crates broke, allowing the monkeys to escape into the surrounding area. They could have fucking disease and stuff are testing on them.
No, they have. That's the point. The lab monkeys.
That's why they've all been euthanized.
Humanely euthanized, i.e. shot in the head.
She initially thought the monkeys were cats. When she approached the scene, she placed her hands on one of the cages. The monkey inside, lightly shaken from the accident, hissed at the woman. The day after the accident, Miss Fallon began to develop a cough as well as pink eye. Her eyes became so irritated she decided to visit a local emergency room. You know, it is outbreaking it.
Yeah.
She was given the first of 4 rabies shots, as well as some antiviral drugs. She called a healthcare hotline after the crash to explain that she had experienced and to determine if she would need to seek treatment. I was close to the monkeys, I touched the crates, I walked through their feces.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
She told the outlet.
Every monkey likes to throw their own feces.
Well, that's true.
The monkeys did hiss at me and there were feces around. I did have an open cut. I didn't. Oh, I did.
She got pink eye.
She's been told to keep a close watch on her health over the next month. to ensure she doesn't develop any infections from her proximity to the monkeys.
When was this?
3 days ago.
Yeah, but isn't pink eye actually a sign of Omicron? She's got a cough and she's got conjunctivitis. They're actually two of the biggest symptoms of Omicron, apparently.
Right.
So she's actually probably just got Omicron.
I just like to think it was Outbreak because I love that film.
But also,
it's a monkey. Or 12 Monkeys.
Most infections and that would take a lot longer than 12 to 24 hours to start, because there's normally an incubation period of almost 3 to 4 days of anything. You're sick without knowing it for 3 to 4 days, and then symptoms appear. So she already had whatever she had before she came in contact with the monkeys. That's what you call over the top hysteria.
Well, thank you very much for ruining the movie Outbreak for me now.
Sorry. But no, that's just the way shit works.
Yeah. Right, so next one.
British schoolboy loses both nipples in Link's dare gone wrong.
Fuck me.
That doesn't sound very nice, does it?
No. Well, this unidentified boy was in the changing room of his school when someone dared him to empty 2 cans onto his chest.
15-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
The boy described the events according to the media as just feeling a bit cold. It's not really a big thing, he said. And then it starts to burn, and then you're just waiting for it to finish. Then he
they say he flicked his. Go back up.
Wait there, I was getting to it. He continued. It was fine. It was all fine. Then the boy who were actually freezing my nipples, then he flicked them, and then my nipples just fell off.
Fucking hell.
It makes me feel funny. Makes my willy feel funny, that does.
He goes, have you ever seen a wart? It's exactly like that. It's raw, exposed skin.
Hang on. It makes your willy feel funny.
Right,
I mean, your nipples
like,
flicked off.
It makes me all cringe and it just makes everything... Do you not get that?
Retracted.
Do you not get that? Like, when something makes you...
Not in my stomach, we ridiculous, fine. It's just...
Is it retracting?
Maybe, I don't know. It just makes me, like, wince and that's... I don't know.
As long as it's not growing, I don't mind.
We can cut that.
You are sat cross-legged.
I don't sound cross-legged.
You sat cross-legged?
Hardly.
Oh, really?
So afterwards, the student went on about his day and on to his next class. And he's in German, just sitting there, and his nipples are gone. He's just chilling. And people are like, dude, your shirt's bleeding. You could see the blood stains from both of his nipples.
He's just sitting in German thinking, oh, my nipples are gone.
Ah, my nipples!
Ah, my nipples have thawed!
Well, the teacher asked him to go to the medical room.
My nipples, the shirt does nothing.
And he was just like, no, it's fine, it's alright. What can they do, you know?
Can they sew them back
plaster
on?
over them?
No, you couldn't sew them back on.
You just have to put a plaster on them
your
or something.
frozen skin is dead.
Yeah. Well, no, because you... Oh, yeah, you froze down, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, say goodbye to your nips.
Yeah.
That's it.
So now he's going to have to explain to every girlfriend why he's got no nipples.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or he wears a bra.
I want to explain to everyone why he's wearing a bra.
I've got their nipples, I'm ashamed. Oh dear.
Oh, man.
And he'll live. The idiot.
Well, there's nothing.
There's no common sense anymore,
No,
man.
but at least males don't need the nipples.
No.
So
There is that. There could
It's
have
like a freebie.
a hungry baby going unfed.
that just makes me picture babies trying to breastfeed
No
from
nipple.
the dads.
No milk, is it?
No, no.
Surely.
No, my little boy used to do it with me.
apparatus, have we?
My little boy, if
Although
he was
actually,
a baby,
I think men can produce
you'd
milk,
hold
can't
him
they?
like that in bed or something, and he'd be like, "No, you don't want that one, mate." And he was like really, like when I'm talking like a couple of weeks old kind of thing. You cradle him, but I'd be shirtless 'cause it was summer. He'd be going for my boob, and I'm like, "No, mate, bit hairy for you, pal. Pass you to mummy." And it just made me picture that. So yeah. Oh dear.
Pity.
Oh, hairy bitty.
Alright, what's next then?
Shit.
Is it me?
Yeah.
A paralysed man with a brain chip is able to tweet just by thinking, well, he used this fucking application of that chip. I can tweet. Why just have him put it on a screen? So why's he got to tweet it live?
Hold on.
It's just a gimmick, isn't it?
I know, that's what bugs me.
But not seeing any of the rest of the article yet, but all this reminds me of is that episode of, I'm sure it was South Park, where they would like instantly getting their thoughts reported onto something. I'm trying to think who it was that was.
I don't know.
It was Mike Baldwin. Mike Baldwin's thought. No, Alec
Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin's
Mike
thoughts.
Mike Baldwin was a Coronation Street.
Alec Baldwin's.
Yeah, UK soap lister.
There is probably a Mike Baldwin, isn't there? Because there's about 50 of them, so it must be a Michael. But either way, it's Alec Baldwin, and it just reminds me of that episode of that instantly.
But like Ben, just because it says it can tweet,
Well,
it means he can do. Imagine what other things he can do.
I know. I just wanted to put it on the screen in front of me. I don't want him to tweet it.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, no, it is wonderful. Why did you have to tweet it? Why can't you just put it on a screen in front of you? So I watch it on my phone every time he makes fucking tweets. I'd like some food to tweet that. I was go shit.
One of the most amazing
I'm just taking the piss, honestly.
in science.
I know, I'm taking the piss, honestly.
We're going to feel bad in a minute when you read the article.
No need for keystrokes or voices, he says. I created this tweet just by thinking it. Posting the account of Synchron. That sounds like an evil corporation, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That sounds like an 80s bad guy corporation from a movie.
Yeah.
Synchron.
Run by somebody called Lex Luthor or something.
Yes. Thomas Oakley's their CEO. After sharing the initial tweet, Mr. O'Keefe posted 7 further tweets replying to questions from Twitter users.
Wow.
My hope is that I'm paving the way for people to tweet through thoughts. The final was, why tweet? Just put it on a screen, man. Right in front of you.
I don't know what he's on about. Put it on a screen.
Why has he got to put it onto the internet? Why has he got to tweet it?
It's a gimmick, isn't it?
I know.
They're launching this new product.
I know. I'm
Basically,
I don't
you
think
can
you
just
are.
tweet.
You
You don't
am,
even need a phone anymore. You can just think it and like wink or something.
I guess.
And this will be in our brain soon to get you.
I don't want it in my brain though.
Twitch your eyelid and you
Twitch my eyelid and post it to Instagram.
Yeah, but everyone will be going, what are you using that fucking ancient phone for now? It's in our brains now. We can.
I don't want anything in my brain.
You've seen? Has anyone seen the Total Recall film, the newer version?
Oh no, never watched it. No,
Yeah,
refused
With
to.
Watch
Will
Refused
Farrell
to.
in it.
I had the misfortune of watching it.
Not Will Ferrell. He wasn't in it.
Thingy Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Farrell.
I'd have watched the Ferrell remake of Total
Will
Recall.
Ferrell and Mike Baldwin, I'll be royal for that.
I'm gonna watch that. We've got to post that to him.
Will Ferrell.
Oh no, we've killed him. We've killed him. Oh shit, that would be hilarious, though, wouldn't it?
Will Ferrell and Mike Baldwin.
Colin Farrell, and they use mobile phones that are like in their hand, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And I could see that kind of thing happening. Definitely.
It'll come to the point where your phone is a little
chip in you.
No, it'll be a band. It could be a chip in you. I refuse to have that, but it'll be a band around your wrist first.
With a little
hologram projector.
Yeah.
And you just tap like that. They're already doing that now. That's
They're
coming
not
out
far
to the
off
next.
it, are they? Coming out into the public, is it?
I think 10 years. I think we're looking at less than 10 years.
Got them bendy phones already, haven't they?
Little bendy phones. Yeah, it'll be a little bracelet you wear on your wrist, and you'll probably have your Bluetooth earpiece in anyway, because everyone seems to fucking have one nowadays. And that'll be your microphone, and that'll be your monitor, just projected onto your hand. It would tap. Yeah, that's the future. I do like this. I was taking the piss a little bit, but it's great. I mean, that's a massive step forward. He can't speak, now he can.
Giving a voice to the voiceless.
Yep. And if he can just think it, he's just got to be careful. He's got to turn that shit on and off at times.
This is where the episode of South Park kind of hit upon that side of it. Like every thought was going out. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to be careful.
You can imagine how South Park took
you need to be able to turn that shit on and off. Because, like, 7 to 8, that's bedtime. I don't want that being tweeted live. That's why I want the screen in front of me.
Okay, next up. Man harvests methane for 8 hours to fuel bike that runs on swamp gas.
Or UFOs.
Okay, interesting.
Every UFO is swamp gas.
Yeah. The motorcycle runs on freshly harvested bog methane that rests in a giant condom attached to the back of the bike. It takes about 8 hours of labour to go 12 miles.
Oh, fuck me, what's the point? Just step backwards.
It is literally a motorbike. On the back is a giant condom shaped thing with a tube coming out of it.
He's going to shovel bog methane for fucking 8 hours to go to the shop and back. The fuck's he playing at?
Yeah, if you only need to go to the shop once a week, it's ideal, isn't it?
Well, it is, but who goes to the shop once a week?
These people that...
What if the shop's 13 miles away?
Yeah.
And then you got to do another 8 hours of...
What a fucking idiot.
And you're only going to be able to carry one bag because you're on a motorbike.
Alright, look at it another way. Right. When Concorde was retired, that was a step backwards in air travel.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Because you could go from London to New York in 3 hours.
Yeah.
And 3.5 hours, 4 hours tops. And now it takes you like 8 hours. Right? That's a step backwards. This is also a step backwards. After 8 hours of manual labour, you can travel 12 miles. Fuck me, mate. Just get a bike. Just get a normal bike. Just get a
Well, you got
motorbike.
there quicker in 12 miles in 8 hours.
Get a fucking job, work 8 hours, and pay for a car.
And pay for a car. Just fucking...
You
I
know
know
what-
you want to live in a sustainable world, and I understand that, but 8 hours of labour for 12 miles is not fucking worth it.
There's got to be something more
You're not buying the
sustainable.
sloop motor then?
It's gross.
No, I'm not going to buy the sloop motor. No.
Harvest rapeseed oil, isn't it?
Maybe they're onto something.
Where's this fucking slush hydrogen thing that was promised years ago? They were putting filling stations in California for like this highly concentrated water hydrogen combination.
Mate,
The
there's
trouble is
simple
hydrogen's
solutions. Simple
Explosive,
solution.
isn't it?
There's simple solutions to that, right? Very simple. Maybe not so simple to execute, but I'm sure they could do it. Water, you could put that into an engine, get an electrolysis
Oh mate,
to split the two. So you got your hydrogen, your oxygen.
Some
The
guy
hydrogen, your oxygen
has-
gets split.
made a car that runs
yeah, I was
on
going to
water.
say that's
This
been
is
on a
why
shelf
doesn't it happen?
somewhere.
Yeah,
Why?
definitely.
Why?
Because
don't they do it?
the minute someone turns up with a car, an engine that can run on water, and presents that to Ford or General Motors or whoever,
They're buying
they
that patent.
They're going to buy it for
Bury it.
a ridiculous amount of money, pay him off into silence, put it on the shelf and never build it, because one of their main sources of income from selling cars is subsidiaries from Saudi Arabia and Oman and Jordan and all the oil producing nations that pay the car companies to keep making petrol driven
Because
engines.
it's technology we've got. That's the problem that I've got. And it's technology we've had for fucking years. Because it's what they use on submarines to create oxygen. They just take in and, like I say, they split the hydrogen and the oxygen. The oxygen goes into the submarine. The hydrogen gets mixed with carbon dioxide, turns into methanol, and gets released out into the sea.
Yeah.
Because it can't be picked up by any sonar. So if you just let out hydrogen, it would be bubbles, bubble, bubble, bubble.
Yeah, okay.
But you turn it into a liquid, methanol just goes out into
yeah,
the
yeah,
ocean.
makes sense.
Yeah.
As an alcoholic, you'll get drunk on it.
Yeah, but you can scale that down easily and put them in a car, and then they can run on water. And the thing is, that's also you could make it self-sustaining, because once the oxygen combusts, oxygen then
Produces CO2.
produces the CO2, but not just that. You've got the hydrogen and the oxygen mix when it combusts, which has a
Yeah.
byproduct of water.
Yeah, so
that can go back
That's
around.
exactly the thing I was doing. That hydrogen slush. The only byproduct is water. It just leaks out the back of the exhaust.
But you could reuse that water if it's powered by water. That water could be reused, and so you could say if you've got a litre, instead of using a whole litre, you only lose the whole cycle of that 1 litre turns back round into 0.6 of a litre. That 0.6 of a litre goes through the cycle, turns around, and you got a third of a litre left. But you know what I mean? So it'd last even longer.
Fuck that, I want me sloop motor and I want to spend 8 hours collecting bog methane every day.
Well, wouldn't it be easier just to sit next to a cow for 10 minutes and let it fart a few times and fill up a big Johnny?
Should we say it works?
Yeah, okay.
The sloop motor uses a converted Honda GX160 motorcycle engine that he converted himself. He drilled a hole into the airbox of the engine where it receives the methane, then he hooks a balloon, he uses a condom in a demonstration, to the hole which fuels the engine. The engine will start filling with gas, but once it's going, it can use the collected methane to keep going. He got the idea while reading about a fisherman who used methane collected while out fishing to fry eggs. Collecting
Mike, say his name.
What? Shalks.
Shalks, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, just that looked like fucking. That could be added to me. Shalks.
Collecting the naturally occurring methane is a labour of love, which requires a special device that Shalks designed, which he calls a plump station.
A labour of love.
Plump.
Plump station.
Oh, the plump station.
to go to the plump station.
It includes he has to stand in waders for 8 hours basically collecting this methane.
That's shite, isn't it, that? Almost literally.
Mike, I've known you for the best part of like 30 years. You're not standing for 8 hours collecting bog methane.
He's probably the only fucker who'd do it as well.
My sloot motor.
But how much time was he on his
I'm at the
hands?
plump station.
Oh, is he plump station?
Got my giant condom on the back of his bike.
He's obviously some kind of rich bloody...
Rich
I
eco-mentalist.
don't think he's rich because he wouldn't be standing there for 8 hours.
No, because he is rich because he can afford to stand there for 8 hours unpaid to travel 12 miles when he could just buy a car. Claire,
this is his
I
alternate
think it's
vehicle.
great, if he's living like this, then
Yeah. No, it's no harm to anybody, is it? So
he's saving
Carry
the
on.
planet little by little.
yeah, all right, we'll give him that. He is.
every little helps.
No matter how ridiculous it sounds, he is saving the planet little by little.
Do you know what, though, as well? Methane gas is one of these things that is a heavy greenhouse gas, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is,
So
yeah.
if he's using that, what's the byproduct
But he's burning it off though, isn't
What's
he?
the byproduct of methane?
I'm sure it's probably going back into the atmosphere and he's
But what
burning
would
it
it...
No,
what would
because
be
they're
burning?
eco cars, aren't they? That's the thing. They're eco-friendly, so they're using that to.
Well, if it's combusting...
It's like a gas-powered forklift, isn't it? The gas is going through the the combustion
It's
engine.
innate afterwards, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's just innate. It's just
It's just a
that's it.
smell or...
It's just smell because it's been burnt off.
But what does it produce as a byproduct once
When
gas
it's combusted, it's
combusts?
CO2, isn't
That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to wonder.
Is it?
What is its
Is it?
byproduct?
I don't know if it is.
He'd be like, I don't know.
I'm gonna
We're
look
thinking
it up.
too much into this.
He's
Still taking 8 hours to go
Hold on a
12
minute.
miles.
He's taking methane out of stored in the ground rather than being in the air, and it's obviously burning it. Sure, it's going to be releasing it in the air.
it? Yeah, he'd be releasing some.
So is he really that eco-friendly? I don't know.
No, he's just a daft fucking thing 'cause he's staying 8 hours. In 8 hours, you're going to walk 12 miles and,
I think he could have filled up that condom quicker, like Pete said, on the back of a cow's arse.
I think you're right, Claire. I think you could have. Stick it on something that's really heavy, a cow, I don't know. On all farmyard animals, stick a little condom on their arse. Collect it.
You're going to get poo all in it, it's just not...
Well, someone else to sort that out. You just tie the knot in it and trick it on a wagon.
Alright.
Right.
Its byproduct is oxygen and water.
Oh, there you
Carbon
go.
dioxide and water, sorry. Carbon dioxide and
You're
water.
right, Claire. Well, moving on then. Last one.
So, a Peruvian statue's giant penis thrills tourists, but vandals are turned off.
The vandals are turned off.
So yeah, basically there's this great big statue and it's got a 9-foot phallic object sticking from it. It is a big cock, basically.
Yeah.
The newly...
Look in a mirror.
The wording is wonderful. The newly erected statue of a grinning man with an enormous phallus has prompted delight and rage in the archaeological hotspot of northern Peru, where it has been on show since the beginning of the year.
I've always been untoward since they leaked that nude photo of me.
Although perhaps not anatomically correct,
I think it is.
the crimson fiberglass structure is a faithful representation of the ceramic vessel of Peru's pre-Columbian Mochica culture, whose people lived in a region between 150 and 700 AD. A 15-minute drive from the centre of the regional capital, Trujillo?
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 I don't know.
The statue had already proved hugely popular with passers-by and tourists who posed beneath the 1.5 metre member for selfies. I thought it said it was 9 foot. If it's 9 foot, that's like 3 metres.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
No, the 9 foot tall statue.
Right, yes.
1.5 metre member.
Okay, yeah. But despite the historical fidelity, the 9 foot fertility symbol has already been attacked by vandals who smashed a hole in the statue and reportedly fired shots in the air as they fled.
Fucking incels.
Yeah. So the mayor of Boche, Arturo Fernandez Bazan, district named after the ancient culture, he told local media, 2 in the morning, 3 hooded criminals held a knife at the security guard's neck to keep him from reacting on calling colleagues on the radio. The 2 of them damaged the phallus.
That's
He's got a security guard.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
then a knife to his neck.
they fucking
It's
took
obviously
it seriously then.
It's very organised, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like, they're firing shots in the air as they drove off. Fucking imbecile. Drove off.
I can't believe the statue's got a security guard.
They're planning to erect 30 more statues representing the Mochica culture. About a third of them representing erotic acts or childbirth along the archaeological circuit.
Who wants a selfie with me then?
So there's another 10 phallic statues to be erected soon then.
Oh,
Yeah,
why
man.
the fucking not?
That's quite hilarious, to be fair.
I like it. I'll have a picture shaking with it.
Yeah, man, definitely. I'd be trying to, like,
Mount it.
plank it. Yeah, I'd be
trying to
on it, like,
I'd be trying to
planking on it.
I'd be trying to stuff it up my backside. Lube it up and get on.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you
I
know,
think
celebrate
it's
this
ugly as
culture.
sin.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's not exactly pretty, is it?
Yeah.
No, I mean it's a short red bloke with a massive dick.
Looks like an Indian guy. With a hat on.
With a flat top.
A fez. No.
He's like a Farron Lee's nat, hasn't he?
He basically looks like he's holding a big baguette.
I don't think
Really
he'd go down
big.
to
That's how you wanted to die in a nuclear apocalypse, you remember?
Holding
Yeah.
a big baguette.
Holding a baguette to your
To my leg.
crotch.
So when like my atoms
Stand
were
against a wall.
atomised against the wall, it's just got this big dong.
And the survivor's like,
Yeah.
here rests the great Mike. He's fucking amazing, man. What a man he was.
I'm working if he was a god. I like the celebration of the culture. Let's have some massive dongs hanging around the road.
Why
There's
not?
some titties too, so it's a mixture in it. They're all fertility statues.
Well, there's going to be ones
For every
showing child.
for every massive dong, there might be a big pair of titties on the road.
Nah,
Certainly liven up the journey, wouldn't it?
definitely.
Right, well, I think that's the end of it then. So ends the weirdness for the week.
Yep.
I've been Ben, thank you very much for listening. Follow us on Facebook at Cutting the Bun the Post with Apocalypse. SoundCloud at Cutting the Bun the PTA. We are on most platforms, you can find us somewhere. Then we've got a Spotify account floating around, you can find us on there. Yeah, and YouTube at Apocalypse Ball. So yeah, don't listen to Yuri. Never listen to Yuri.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out, may the force be with you.
And I've been Clair. Don't freeze your nipples off with links.
I've been Pete. respect the big dongs.
Respect them.